Hello everyone, my name is Danny Larson, and it may be the first day of December, but it is definitely Christmas in my mind. Ho ho ho. I don't remember the words. You may notice my background is actually a decent background, and you also may notice that I have a slight layer of shine, whatever you want to call it. That's because I tried to beat the sunset in winter. And it took me 15 minutes, and I rushed that boy. You also may notice that this is kind of a different sort of video. It's more laid back, real, not a cover. Possibly different. Who knows? And also you may notice from the title, this is called My Christmas Wish and Why I Was Wrong. Some of you may know Hope Elena Garcia. A lot of the story, before I get to like the main part, kind of revolves around her. So for those of you who don't know, she's a YouTuber. She's on her way, very well on her way to being an actress. She's living in California right now. I believe she lives in LA. Hope if you see this, correct me if I'm wrong. Really a basic sort of history is we went to high school together. We never really talked to each other, but basically almost day one, I would say. Hold on, I'm gonna move that just a bit closer. We fought. If you asked me what the topic was today, I don't actually really remember. And that's how kind of petty it was. All I know is that basically day one, we argued. And then for the rest of the 3-4 years that we were in high school together, we just never truly got along like we would, at least in my opinion. I could be wrong. This is just one side of a story. I mean, of course, we were like civil to each other. We were never like openly rude to each other. Again, my side of the story. But it still wasn't, there was obvious tension between us. What it came down to was after that argument, I had just a predisposition to her to just kind of judge her, kind of find her reason, kind of nitpick at her reasoning, and it was so stupid. Absolutely stupid. I can't even give you a good reason of why I did this. Like, I can't even give myself a good reason of why I did this. Like, Hope, I am so sorry. Like, this is, it drives me insane now that I look back on it, and I'm like, oh my god, why? Like, there's literally absolutely no reason. But then she started her YouTube channel, and she started her career and really kind of going for her dreams. And I, already having the predisposition just kind of dislike everything that she did and touched and breathed on, was just like, internally, I was like, that's dumb. Why would you break the status quo? Like, but I just kind of had a predisposition to just kind of not support her. And that was wrong, now that I look back on it. And at the time, I thought I was in the right. Because it just did not make sense to me at the time to think that she could pull through, to think that she could do it. Just because part of me was really thinking that she could just do something else. Like, she was really talented in school. Like, she had, well, it seemed at least, I don't know if this is true or not. She seemed like she had it all, pretty much. Like, she had good grades, she had the social life, she had the likability for everyone else except for me, apparently. But it basically just seemed like she had it all and then I had nothing, which is very stupid because I, looking back on it, had a lot. I was just angry, privileged, didn't think that I had a whole lot. And to see someone else succeed kind of just rubbed me the wrong way. And it shouldn't have, because she was at least trying and I was not. I didn't realize until pretty recently that it was masked jealousy. Now that I realize it, she probably went through the same stresses as I did, if not more. Probably more. I know her mom. She seems like she's very nice. I know her brother. He also seems like he's very nice. I don't know her dad. I don't know the rest of the family. I just know those two people, but they're very nice. But I also know how my mom is personally about keeping up on grades, and it's stressful. She probably had a lot of stress going into that. She probably had a lot of stress figuring out what path she should take, because I'm guessing a part of her actually did debate on, should I do this, should I not? In fact, I know she did, because she posted about it on Facebook. She was saying something about, should I go to college for what I want to do, or should I just freaking go for it and just go out on a limb and just do it? Because what she really wanted to do was go into acting. So she was debating on either going to a really good acting school for it, or just moving to California and just trying the best that she could and just go to as many auditions as what she possibly could and make a name for herself. And that happened to start with YouTube, by making a name for herself. And it worked. Like, she's doing pretty good. And now that I look at it, that had to have been so stressful. When I graduated college, it was stressful for me to move an hour away. She moved across the country. How is that not more stressful? I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. It was just that predisposition just completely masked any sort of actual, like, logic that I could have possibly had. It made me mad because she was breaking the status quo and I was still fitting in, because her and I kind of had like similar dreams. I always thought that like being a writer or being a singer or being an actor or something that would be cool. Like, that's why I liked doing theater, that's why I liked doing choir, that's why I like doing band, that's why I like doing art, really. It's because it gave me that experience of just that kind of taste that just made me happy. I really, really liked the feeling that it gave me, was just being something was being fulfilled whenever I did something like that. And to see that she was actually going for it, and for some reason I still was in the mindset that I couldn't, that it wouldn't make me any money, that it wasn't a logical solution, it wasn't something to go for. I was still very much stuck in that you have to go to logic and pick something practical kind of notion. And let me tell you, that doesn't exist. I originally went to college for clinical psychology because I thought it was practical. I have since changed my major to public relations, specifically in the entertainment industry, because then it's practical, but I also get to be around musicians and artists and a whole bunch of other things, so I still get a sense of fulfillment. It's a good mixture, but it's also still not exactly what I'm hoping for. But I'm learning. I'm learning how to get there. And I do think that creating videos on YouTube and just having that some sort of creative outlet, I do think that that's very much helpful, and I do think that's going to help me make a name for myself. If it does, that's cool. If it doesn't, that's also fine. But it's going to give me the experience that resumes and employers are going to be looking for, things that they need. People who film and shoot and light and know how to edit, that's going to be something good to put on my resume. So either way, if I make a name for myself or not, I'm going to have something to prove. I'm going to have physical evidence that says, yes, I know how to do this. And all I have to do is just give them my username and be like, be free. Go look. So yeah, she was making things happen that I was too scared to do. And I secretly was jealous, and I masked it with a sort of hatred. And that wasn't cool of me. I get that now. And Hope, I know I apologized to you already, but now I just kind of want to put it on public record. I sincerely apologize. That was wrong. And I know it is. And I'm sorry I even judged you. I'm just sorry. Which brings me back to why it's called my Christmas wish. Christmas wish, not witch. I want to start unapologetically, going for what I want, and doing it little by little, obviously, piece by piece, but doing it nonetheless. So things like this, things like graphic design that I'm doing, things like singing also helps, things like writing helps. It's some sort of outlet, and I gotta work on that. I gotta keep doing it. And my wish is to not be afraid, and just to do it anyway. And to notice when jealousy starts to seep in, and instead of acting on it and turning it into something negative, hopefully I can be smart enough to realize that maybe I should take it and switch it from being negative and turn it into a positive. Instead of putting someone down for doing something that they want to do, maybe I should go to them and see if there's anything I could do to help, whether that's buying a product of theirs, giving them editing tips, or just a second pair of eyes to look at something to see if there's something wrong or something that they missed or something that looks maybe a bit odd, because eyes get tired and then you kind of glaze over mistakes that you've made. And sometimes you just need that fresh pair of eyes to really see something off. So if there's anything I can do to help people who are just chasing their dreams, instead of being mad at them for breaking the status quo and doing what they want, maybe I should start helping them. And that is my Christmas wish. And frankly, I think it should be everyone's. That's about it, guys. So if you like the video, you know the drill by now. All the social media is in the description. And I'll see you in the next video.